I feel like as an adult, if you're a fully functional, grown, independent adult, and you have a family that's supposed to be your support system, you should not be afraid to let them know how you feel about them and how they're treating you. But you should also remain respectful as well. You can't come at them sideways and like you're treating me like this, and I feel like no. I feel like you should be able to sit down, have a talk with them, and if you can't, or if you aren't able to do that, then write them a letter about how you feel. They shouldn't be able to dismiss how you feel because it's your feelings. It's your anxieties, it's your mental struggle. Me wanting to be independent, wanted to discern for myself who was using me and who was not using me. My family did not like the friends that I hung out with, and they always constantly reminded me that they think that they are using me and they're trying to get something from me. And I'm over here constantly saying, what would they have to gain? I have nothing for them to gain. I have nothing but my energy and my time and my friendship. Um, and the people that they thought were using me, I'm still friends with. So I spend a lot of my time just trying to discern for myself who my actual friends are, who is going to be in my corner, no matter what their background is, no matter what their religion is, no matter what occupation they came from. In my head, I'm like, as long as they treat me right, I see no red flags at all. But my family, not really knowing about any of the people that I hang out with, they just met them like maybe once or twice, and they were just like, yeah, we don't like them. We think they're using you. And I started feeling some type of way, and I said, enough is enough. I'm gonna write them a letter because they're saying that other people are using me, but they're not really treating me right or accepting my feelings or anything like that. So I wrote them a letter, and I said, I don't like how you're treating my friends. I don't like how you're treating these people. I'd like to discern for myself who is going to be in my corner and who is using me. And they did not respond in kind. I told them, I had anxiety, I had anxiety and depression, and I was telling them like all my struggles mentally. I'm struggling mentally. I was saying, I'm struggling mentally. I And on top of that, I feel like you're not treating me right because that's part of my mental struggle is the fact that you think that you can choose for me like who is in my corner, who isn't in my corner, and even after that they still did that. They still did it even though I mentioned, hey, I'd like to figure it out for myself. I don't want you involved. I don't want you to tell me who I should and who I shouldn't hang out with. I like to do that for myself. And if I need or want your advice, then I will make sure to come to you. But right now I don't want that advice. And we're just like, oh, you're not appreciative of what we're trying to do for you. We're trying to protect you. And the problem was they could be wrong. They could be wrong about the whole thing. And like I said earlier, the friends that they didn't like, I'm still friends with. There was only like one person that they did not like that they were right about, but the rest of them were just like, we're still cool. And we have an understanding. We're still friends. And yeah, so I wrote them a letter. I said, I really just don't like how you treat me, and it just makes me feel depressed and anxious. And and they kind of were defensive, like, hey, like, we're not your enemy. We're not making you feel this way. It's your friends. And basically, like, just gaslighting and things like that. I remember when one of my members of my extended family came in, my printer was not working at all because the storm, we had a previous thunderstorm, and I guess like it struck the electrical cords in the printer, or it struck something. After, all I know is after the storm, my printer was not working, and I had that printer for like a long time. And one of my friends was helping me, and he's like, yeah, that printer shot, like, you need a new one. You need another printer. I'll help you fix your fax machine and everything, or the thing that's attached to your phone, but for now your printer shot. And one of my cousins was like, one of my cousins came in the day after and was like, your printer's not working. Like, I had told them that my printer's not working. They're like, your printer's not working? Why? Like, why didn't you tell us? You should tell us. Anything that is broken in this house, you should tell us, like, right away, like that. And I was just like, well, my friend, noticed that it wasn't working, and we came to the conclusion that it was probably the storm that, like, shot my printer. And my aunt was like, or cousin, I think it was cousin or aunt, whatever, was like, oh, so just because you think so and so said this, that it's automatically true. And I said, this is what we came to the conclusion with, so that's what happened. So I don't see any reason to tell you about something that we've already figured out. You can't be here to fix everything. So I'd rather just try and figure things out myself. And if I need your advice, then yeah, I can always come to you. But right now, no. And I don't know why, but they've always had a problem with that. They've always had like a problem, like, as a grown adult, that I just had to come and tell them things, and just had to go over there, and they demanded I tell them, like, where I was going and who I was hanging out with and things like that. And it's just like, no, I want to be independent. I want to make decisions on my own. And like, it was hard. I know I'm rambling on and on and on about that, about things, but it comes to the point where it's like, if you're feeling overwhelmed about that, then I feel like you should tell them. Express to your family in a respectful manner that you feel this type of way. And they may or may not respond in kind, but if they don't, then your option is to leave. if you can. Your option is to leave. You can tell them, hey, if you're not willing to accept my feelings, then we should just end this conversation. We'll pick it back up tomorrow, or we'll pick it back up some other time, or we just won't pick it back up at all. So yeah, that is my TED Talk for today. And if you like this video, if you enjoy this content, and if you enjoy this background, if you enjoy this background of this lovely forest landscape, and look at that deer, then give me a like, a share, and a follow or subscription. Oh my goodness, it's a tent in the midst of the forest. But what are those eyeball looking things in that tree? Ooh, that's scary. But anyway, if you like anything that I've said, then please give me a like, share, and follow. And I don't know what else to say on that. But I hope you enjoy my content, and I will talk to you soon. See you later.